All right, my name is Greg, also known as Hoodie, also known as G Hood, however you know me. I'm the owner of Poploner Clothing Collective. And I'm from Detroit, Michigan, the east side to be exact. I am a father, a son, a brother, a nephew, all that.
All that, huh?
Yeah.
So what was life like growing up in Detroit?
I know a lot of people like to cast a lot of like shadow on Detroit, like, you know, for the violence. Obviously, every city, big city got violence, but I remember a lot of good days in Detroit. I remember going down to Belle Isle, summer days, and just chilling with the gang and barbecues, family reunions, all type of stuff. So Detroit definitely got its own culture. Now, it's gonna always and forever be a part of me.
So what made you get into clothes?
I was kind of like always interested in clothes. Like growing up, I didn't really have a lot of money to really buy clothes and stuff like that. So I would always have to make a lot of combinations work, different shirts with different pants and stuff like that. So growing up, I was always having to be creative, and I kind of developed that creative aspect, and I carried over to my adulthood to where I can afford it now. And I was like, you know what? I wanna make my own clothing brand. I wanna make my own clothing brand.
Okay. And then with your clothing brand, how does it like reflect you?
Well, I am a product of everything that I done been through. So, you know, not only being from the east side of Detroit, I was also in the Air Force. I got to do a lot of traveling internationally, and I got to experience a lot of different cultures. So everything that you see about my clothing brand is a direct representation of that idea of everything that I've been through. So, you know, the colorways, the style, the fit, the how I want people to feel when they have it on, everything.
Okay. So what's the process like of starting your own brand, and how long did it take? Was there sleepless nights? Days where you was just like focused on just the brand? Give us a little bit more insight into that.
Definitely, anytime you're gonna start anything, it's gonna be a lot of ups and downs. And I think with the clothing brand, it was way more downs than I had anticipated. In the beginning, you know, you just start off with an idea, and you try to bring that idea to life through creating it, and then you wanna eventually get with a manufacturer and actually physically bring it to life. And then from there, you know, bulk order and start your website, set your business up right, and start making sales. But it's a lot of unspoken things that happen in between there. So,
Absolutely.
you know, some of the battles just like dealing with different manufacturers, getting scammed, getting ran off on, getting bad products over and over again, dealing with different payment systems, different time zones, trying to juggle that and being a dad. I know a lot of people, you know, work 9 to 5s and come home, and then they have to work on their side hustle on their time that they do have, and then also be a parent on top of that. So, you know, those type of, you just gotta balance your time. You gotta account for every second, and you gotta be really intentional about what it is you want.
Absolutely. Intentional. I like that. So where do you see Popular Loner in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, flagship store Tokyo. That's what we're doing.
Right.
That's what we're doing.
And journeys.
Man, everywhere. I'm trying to do a flag. I don't know why. I was stationed in Japan, and I always wanted to get back out there, and I feel like the love will always be real. So a flagship store internationally for sure. Within 5 years, I feel like I can make that happen. And by that time, obviously, if I'm flagship international, then I'm obviously booming in the U.S. already. So that's just the residual.
Right. We gotta go global from here.
Yeah.
So why does what you do matter?
It matters because it's a lot of people waking up every day not chasing their dreams. Just a lot of people that just punch a clock, and they talk a lot about what they want and the life that they want to live. And what I'm doing is a direct reflection of my thought process and wanting to be a business owner and be successful. So it matters to the people that I care about. It matters to the people that I take care of. It matters to me and my legacy. It matters to, you know, the ones that want to see me win. And ultimately, you know, the fashion community, it matters to a lot. It's just gotta, you know, you just gotta keep putting one foot in front of the other and just hope that that manifests and translates to the masses.
Gotcha. How do you want the customers to feel from wearing your clothes? You know, you see, you gave me a jacket.
Man, I want people to feel like they got that shit on. You know what I mean? I want people to feel like, you know, this was too easy. Like, I didn't even have to think about what I was gonna wear today. This is gonna be too easy. Shirt already matched the hoodie already matched the pants.
Right.
All you gotta think about is the shoes.
Right.
Even if you buy a couple pieces individually, like it just fits so many different items and so many different colorways, especially coming out in 24. So that's how I want people to feel confident.
Gotcha. And what's your favorite? Okay, last question. What's your favorite fashion era and why?
I would say, and I know they gonna hate me for this, I really like this fashion era now, man. I like what's going on now because it's so many different styles and everybody getting unique with it, and a lot of people in the fashion space now are starting to look for like individual one-on-one pieces. So a lot of like, I guess you could say, you know, the hype beasts can't access that style, you know what I mean? So it's not like a bunch of people just buying a bunch of, you know, trendy styles. So, and then they experimenting with different sizes on pants and hoodies, and you know, they getting really creative. I seen, you know, with the red boots and stuff like that. Like, even though it's not for me, the fact that people out here like expressing themselves like that, you know what I mean? And it's, that's dope to me.